Three recently rediscovered handwritten pages of Charles Darwin's magnum opus, Origin of Species, have been published for the first time, along with all the other known surviving pages in a new online edition.
찰스 다윈의 대표작 종의 기원의 자필 초고 중 최근 새롭게 입수된 새 부분이 남아있던 기존 원고와 함께 새로운 온라인 판본을 통해 처음으로 공개됐습니다. The Origin of Species and a rough draft. All right, so tell us more about this.
Well, previously about 50 pages were known to survive or have survived.
Yep.
This new edition is going to include 7 pages not previously found in any other collection. So there's going to be a total of 59 draft pages that you
Right.
can look at in his handwriting.
That's amazing.
Apparently a little bit hard to decipher his handwriting, but nonetheless
Yeah.
you can see it. So these rough drafts of Darwin's Origin of Species. Some of these have become the most valuable pieces of paper in science, in the history of science.
Sure.
Some of them each worth close to $1 million. So in 2018, this was when the most recent one was sold at auction. It went for 490,000 pounds. So that's about $700,000.
Sure. 그러니까 뭐 그냥 낙서된 종이라고도 볼 수 있겠지만 그냥 종이가 아니죠. 지금 상당히 큰 액수에 팔렸다. Did you say it had been sold or it's worth that?
Oh, it had been sold. It was
It had been
2018. Yeah.
2018년도에 상당히 큰 액수에 또 팔리기도 했었는데요. 그럴 수밖에 없죠. 이제 직접 다윈이 자필로 쓴 handwritten rough draft 초고가 되겠습니다. 그게 이제 최근에 조금 더 발견이 됐고요. 기존에 있었던 또 한 50장까지 합쳐서 총 59장의 요 드래프트가 이번에 공개가 됐다라는 얘긴데요. Now, when we say this is Charles Darwin's magnum opus, what are we talking about?
His most important or significant work.
Yeah.
The thing he put most of his time into is his life's work and
Yeah.
that thing that's considered the most important.
Right. So for Charles Darwin, that would be The Origin of Species. If we were to talk about musicians, it could be their music.
Yeah, their
right?
biggest album,
Yeah.
most successful album, for
yeah.
example.
magnum opus라는 거는요. 어떤 작가나 아니면은 뭐 학자의 대표작, 최고 작품을 얘기합니다. 이게 밴드가 될 수도 있고요. 음악가가 될 수도 있고 지금 이렇게 과학자가 될 수도 있습니다.
Like a director, their biggest movie, the movie that was the most successful, that really put
Yeah.
them on the map, you could call it. And I think
course.
it probably is a little bit subjective for some, in some cases too,
Yeah,
right?
It could be.
If you've made a lot,
Yeah.
you know.
네, 영화 감독의 이제 대표작 얘기할 때도 this director's magnum opus is 뭐 이렇게 말할 수 있겠네요.
It makes it sound more important if you say that,
Yeah.
right? And then, what is this? It's their magnum opus. This must be important.
That's right. And if something is surviving something,
It means it remains. So a lot of times you'll see it when someone passes away, they'll talk about their surviving family members or their surviving children. You'll see that. In this case, it means most things were gone. There was only some left over.
that's right. surviving 무엇이라고 하면은 남아있는 아직까지 잔존하는 라는 뜻이고요. 사람에 대해서 쓸 때는 이제 돌아가신 분의 surviving family members, 유족이 되겠습니다. Here's the headline again. 3 recently discovered handwritten pages of Charles Darwin's magnum opus, Origin of Species, have been published for the first time, along with all the other known surviving pages in a new online edition.